You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network. You're watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here on Ghostfire Media. I am your host tonight, Nick Adams, here by myself this week. Well, my cohort and fellow sidekick most weeks, Randy Pepper, celebrates his birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Pepper, and we'll see you back here next week. But tonight, we come to you from the land of 3.2 million bricks. At least that's what it was back in 1913. Now it's about 100 bricks and 2.5 miles of concrete and asphalt throughout this beautiful facility here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Yes, folks, we are here at the Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, for round 23 of the regular season of the IVRL, where the big boys play, is what they used to say in WCW. So we'll see if that's the case tonight as we look at Nicholas Weatherby here coming out on track. The drivers are still filing in. The fans are still filing in. Now, NASCAR hasn't sold this venue out in years, but IndyCar sells it out every year. I believe there's like 200,000 people that can get into this venue. It's a massive, massive venue. It's unbelievable how big Indianapolis Motor Speedway is and how many fans continuously come out to it. Now, if you had to go and look at all the different names the Brickyard 400 has had, you look at all the different numbers the Brickyard has had since 1994, where we rolled in here on a roller coaster of emotion and just a large amount of fan backing to the first Brickyard 400, with Jeff Gordon went off and won, and then Dale Earnhardt a year later was able to win here. There's been a multitude of names. I mean, you can go back. There's the Brickyard 400. There was the Allstate 400. There was the Brickyard 400 presented by Big Machine Records. Then there was Crown Royal presents the Your Hero's Name Here 400 at the Brickyard, powered by BigMachineRecords.com. Then there was Crown Royal presents the Your Hero's Name Here 400 at the Brickyard. Brantley Gilbert's Big Machine Brickyard 400. The Big Machine Vodka 400. The Big Machine Hand Sanitizer 400, powered by Big Machine Records. It goes on and on and on here at the Brickyard Motor Speedway. The other event that comes here only has really ever had one name, and that's the Indianapolis 500. You won't see speeds tonight like you will in the Indianapolis 500. Hell, you won't see racing tonight like you see in the Indianapolis 500. This is a track based purely around your skill and your ability, and really the size of the cojones you have if you're willing to hold it, you know, pretty much flat out through turns 2 and turn 4 after you get out of 1 and 3 and go through their respective short chutes. Another thing that makes Indianapolis just a little bit more difficult is that every corner is minutely different. They're all supposed to be the same, but, you know, You make 4 separate corners. Obviously, there's going to be differences in all 4 of them. Angles. All the banking is pretty much the same in the 4 corners, but it's the angle of the corner. It's the way you get into the corner. It's the amount of throttle you can use in the corner. It's how worn out certain areas of the track are versus others. Like coming out of 3 and 4, because of the road course that runs counterclockwise here at Indianapolis, coming out of 3 and 4 is a little bit more worn down right about... Oh, sorry, coming out of turn 4, about halfway down the front stretch towards the beginning of the pit wall, right about there is worn down more because of all the turning in that you do on the road course. So Indianapolis Motor Speedway, it drives differently than anything in NASCAR. It drives differently than anything in the world. It's its own animal. Drafting is going to be key, but it's also saving those tires and making sure that you're actually capable of pushing when you need to push. And it'll be key to see, you know, what happens and who's really the most strong driver coming in here tonight. As we're going to look at the points going into the last three races of the regular season here. As the top 13 in points are locked in either by virtue of winning or by virtue of I apologize for that, or by virtue of just pointing their way into so far this season. So all the way from Joseph Causey down to Derek Schilling is locked in. Tom Schuett, if he starts the race tonight, is locked into the playoffs. Further down the field, you got Ryan Cliver. He's 19 points ahead of the cutoff line. Michael Payne is 4 points ahead of the cutoff line. Michael Payne is here tonight. So far, I don't see the number 3 of Jaden Gimbel on the track. I don't see him on the timing and scoring sheets as well. That could hurt him. If Jaden Gimbel doesn't show up tonight, it's going to make his chances of making the playoffs much smaller. It's going to be a lot harder to get there. So we'll really have to see what happens here, and we'll see what happens as the night goes along and who shows up here late in practice. But that battle on the bubble is getting a little bit tighter and getting a little bit more interesting here as the season goes along. But as we come up to just 6.5 minutes here before we go on to the main show, a little bit of NASCAR trivia for everybody out there. What team at the Brickyard Motor Speedway, at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, has won the most Brickyard 400s? I think everybody's going to be able to guess this pretty easily because of the man who has the most wins in the history of the racetrack. A, 5-time winner, Jeff Gordon. But give you all a couple seconds to think about it, and I'll answer it for you. Ding, ding, ding. If you thought Hendrick Motorsports, you were right. 5-time winner, Jeff Gordon. 5-time winner, Jeff Gordon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 6 time? How is that 10? I'm confused now. Give me a second. Jeff won in 94. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Casey Kane in 2017. I forgot about Casey Kane. I forgot about his time with Hendrick Motorsports. It was kind of forgettable. It was really hyped up, really, pushed to be something exciting, and it wasn't that. It was far from what we all hoped it would be, and just turned into another one of those things. But we are 4.5 minutes away from qualifying here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Tonight we're going to do 94 laps around this very long racetrack. 250 miles. The Buttkicker 250 tonight here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You're going to see 3 stages. 25 laps in stage 1. 25 laps in stage 2. And folks, I will be right back. Okay, I am back, folks. I apologize for that. It's going to be 25 laps in stage 1, 25 laps in stage 2. 5 tire sets these gentlemen have to start the race with, plus the one that's on their car. So that equals 6 sets of those Goodyear Eagles they get to drive out on tonight. We're going to see what happens here. Right now we have 13 drivers in. We have about 165,000 people sitting in the seats at the moment, though. They're still filing in here at the beautiful Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Uh, 112 years ago. 112 years ago, Indianapolis Motor Speedway broke ground, and 111 years ago, on August 12th, 1909, they opened. At the time, it cost $3 million to build this facility. That today would cost $86 million, and this facility today is worth close to $1 billion. The name adds a lot of, money to the value, but having almost complete wraparound grandstands from turn 3 all the way to turn 2's exit doesn't hurt. And when you bring in temporary seating, you can have up to 400,000 seats here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Well, we are 35 seconds away here from going into qualifying, and we are excited to see exactly what type of racing we're going to get here. If we're going to get a lot of close pack racing, if the draft is going to play as big of a challenge as we think it's going to let people break away, or if people are just going to be able to drive away because of the tire wear here. That's going to be another huge factor tonight. If there's 3 keys to your race here in Indianapolis Motor Speedway, if there's 3 keys to Indianapolis Motor Speedway here tonight for these, gentlemen out here on the track, it's going to involve tires. It's going to involve tires, fuel, then it's going to involve how hard you want to push and how early you want to push, because you are going to be able to push here tonight. That's a fact. You will be able to push. But the question is how hard and how quickly do you want to push? And we are definitely getting ready to see how these guys want to drive it. But now we get ready for qualifying here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We look at Harvey Abrams in that white, purple, and gold Crown Royal machine, with the dude wipes on the trunk and between the taillights. That Crown Royal machine looks fast tonight. He looks capable of being able to take it to the leaders and challenging for his first win of the year. And it's a beautiful machine he's got on board there. So we're excited to see what Harvey Abrams can do. He crosses the line of bricks for his first lap to begin off into turn 1. Nice tight line through turn 1 there. Down the short chute into turn 2. I heard some conversations from the drivers in practice. They were holding it flat out through turn 2. And that takes, like I said, some massive cojones to keep your foot in it all the way through turn 2 and turn 4. It's not easy, and it's not very safe. It's very dangerous to get a little off the line here. Your night ends very quickly if you get off the line a little bit. Through turn 3, he was perfect. Now through turn 4, all the way down to the rumble strip, on the throttle all the way through. Harvey Abrams out of turn 4, down the long front straightaway here at Indianapolis. How fast did he complete the 2 miles? The 2.5 miles are complete in 51.94 seconds. Thomas Carino Jr. goes to the top with a 51.6. Then Nicholas Weatherby with a 51.7. Harvey Abrams almost hit the wall out of 1. I think he might have, actually. He's off the throttle. He'll get 1 lap in. Thomas Carino through turn 2 now. Carino and Weatherby, 1 and 2. Here they come. Carino down the backstretch. Weatherby messed up his second lap. He only gets 1 lap. Can Carino improve? Cody McKinney jumps to the pole. Cody McKinney at the point right now. Into turn 3. Carino's given up on the lap, I think. He went really high. He slowed down a lot. Thomas Carino's given up on the lap. Now Cody McKinney, can he improve his second lap here? McKinney's got almost 2/10 up on the rest of the field here. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Can Cody McKinney improve on his first lap and maybe put himself out ahead at Joseph Causey as Causey crosses the line now to complete his first lap, and Joseph Causey is only 6th fastest. So out of turn 4, Cody McKinney, can he improve on a 51.51? Across the bricks to a 51.68, so he does not improve his second lap. We jump over to Joseph Causey down the backstretch. Causey, the last car out there. Sorry, Jason Miz, the last car out there to not make a lap. Causey into turn 3. Can the 88 improve his lap now? Through turn 3, down the short stretch into turn 4. Out of turn 4, Joseph Causey all the way out to the wall. He fell to 7th there on his first lap, across the bricks here for his second lap. And Causey jumps to 4th. Michael Payne crosses the bricks for his second lap to be complete, and he does not improve. Michael Payne runs a 52.98 on his second lap. Michael Payne will stay in 12th. So there you have it. Cody McKinney will come out here to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and put it on the pole. Awesome job, awesome drive by Cody McKinney there. We have a few minutes left here in qualifying. We'll see if we can get a quick conversation with one of our drivers out in the track. We'll see if we can get Nicholas Weatherby, your 3rd place qualifier. See if we can get a little talk with him here before the race. Nicholas, it's Nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Well, good job there qualifying up out there in 3rd. How's the track feeling?
Really tight. I'm having the hardest time turning. I don't know Who was first? Cody?
Cody was first with a 51-51.
To be honest, I don't know how he did that, but good thing is I'm better in the race than qualifying usually, so we'll see what happens.
Well, there you go. You got any high hopes for your McDonald's Toyota Camry out there tonight?
Yeah, at least the top 3 would be nice. This track's pretty drafting based. I'm pretty confident I can make some moves, but we'll have to see. I'm pretty disappointed in the low car count, though. I was hoping more would come.
All right, well, Nicholas, a couple of quick questions here. I heard you had to eat dinner before the race. You were sitting in pit on the pit wall eating. Did the crew bring you McDonald's, or was it something like Adam Wood's sponsor of Subway?
No, McDonald's had a nice Big Mac.
Oh, there you go. There you go. They get that product placement in there perfectly. Did DoorDash deliver that for you?
Absolutely.
Ah, there you go. And did it come in like a Toyota Camry?
Actually it did. Yeah, it came in the 2021 Toyota Camry.
Wow. That's a shocker. It's almost like this was a setup.
Oh, absolutely was not a setup.
Was there did they deliver a butt kicker to you as well when they gave you the McDonald's?
Sadly no.
No?
I mean, it'd be nice to get a kick in the butt to actually win.
Well, we'll have to get with our sponsors, Buttkicker here. See if they'll send you that butt kicker for the McDonald's. I don't know. We'll have to talk to them. I heard it was supposed to be in the bag, but I guess it just didn't show up.
I guess so. Hey, Buttkicker would be nice. So hey, Buttkicker, if you're watching, please send me one.
While you're out there, don't forget to help Derek Schilling out and grab one of those Coca-Colas. Maybe put a little bit of Jack Daniels in it.
Absolutely.
All right, Nicholas. Well, we'll move you back down. Let you get ready for the race. Good luck out there tonight and have fun.
Thanks. You too.
That was Nicholas Weatherby, driver of the number 23. I'll go ahead and throw his name up here. Throw his details up here. There you go. From West Edmiston, New York, the man who came in last week to Watkins Glen was able to put on a hell of a showing, coming home third after a couple weeks off here for the IVRL for the Olympics, and came out and showed off exactly what he was capable of, and then tonight qualifies third. So we'll see how he performs out there on the track, but it's always a wow. It's always going to be an awesome show whenever we get the guys of the IVRL here together on the racetrack. But right behind him here in the warm-up is Joseph Causey, the man, the myth, the 13-time winner, the best there is, the best there was, maybe the best there ever will be. I don't know. We'll have to see. The man who I thought earlier in the season peaked too early comes in here tonight winning 2 in a row at 2 different types of racetracks. Can he come in here tonight at another different type of racetrack at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is almost a field evener because of the amount of drafting you're going to have to do to win this race, and make it 3 in a row? And can he get his 14th win on the season? If Joseph Causey comes in here tonight and wins his 14th race of the season, the next question is going to be on everybody's minds. When the playoffs come in 3 weeks, can he continue that? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get going here tonight, we're going to go ahead and hear from one of our sponsors, the Guitar Addict, here on the Ghost Fire Media Network, and we're going to see CEO and owner, Randy Pepper.
Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get ready. Are you ready to rock and roll here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? While the drivers come down to their cars and the fans settle into their seats, and all you out there in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch land, grab your popcorn and your Coca-Cola. We're going to go ahead and show you the official grid here tonight. The starting lineup is as follows. On pole, for the first time this season, I believe, is Cody McKinney in the number 14. In second, Thomas Carino Jr. In third, for the second week in a row, starting very strongly, Nicholas Weatherby in the number 23. In fourth, Joseph Causey. In fifth, Charles Urick. Sixth, Jason Miz in the number 89. In seventh, you're going to see Harvey Abrams. In eighth, you're going to see Ryan Cliver. In ninth, Patrick Gaspar. 10th, Derek Schilling. 11th, Joey McKinney. And rounding up the field, back in 12th and 13th, Michael Payne and Tommy Schaefer. As we look through the field, we see a couple of new paint schemes out there tonight. A couple of old ones making the return here tonight for this beautiful race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 94 laps to go. 94 laps of green flag action. Stage 1 is 25 laps here tonight. It's going to be, well, no pun intended, a butt kicker. These guys, it is a very, very, I'm going to say it again, very tough track. You're going to be using muscles you didn't think you had. And Cody in that number 14 driving the McKinney Racing sponsored machine this week. He didn't sell out to anybody this week. He's just driving with the McKinney Racing on the side of it. We'll go ahead and we'll give it a little bit of airtime here. Let's go ahead and boop, 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 boop. There it is. Overton Speed Shop, McKinney Racing Esports on Facebook right there. You see that in the number 14 Chevy Camaro. The lights are off in the pace car. The drivers are down in second gear. We're coming out of turn 4. The pace car will come off the racetrack. And here for the first time tonight, the green flag will fly at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And the Buttkicker 250 is underway. An even start to the race here. McKinney and Carino side by side. We have Derek Schiller moving to the inside back there. Down into turn 1. Side by side, first and second place. Joseph Causey didn't get a good start. He falls back. He might lose a spot to Charles Urick and possibly Harvey Abrams. Here he comes. Nicholas Weatherby wants to challenge Thomas Carino for second on the exit of turn 4. Side by side for the lead down the backstretch. We have action throughout this entire pack. We have Joseph Causey to the outside. Right behind them, we have Harvey Abrams dives to the inside. Cody McKinney will pull out a little bit ahead. He'll slide up in turn 3, though. Nicholas Weatherby to the inside in turn 4. Nicholas Weatherby wants to lead here at Indianapolis on the first lap. Side by side, Weatherby gets a little bit loose. Cody McKinney is going to lead him down the front stretch and across the bricks for the first time. Weatherby might go from first to fifth here because of the draft off into 1. Harvey Abrams up really high out of the gray. He's going to lose maybe a spot here. Weatherby continues to battle to the inside of Charles Urick now for third. Cody McKinney trying to set sail. He has 2/10, now 3/10 of a second lead. He continues to try to pull away here on lap number 2 as Nicholas Weatherby, he slides up in front of Harvey Abrams, who's going to try to cross him over into turn 3. Harvey Abrams hard on the brakes. Weatherby's going to send it around the outside. He's not in the gray anymore, though. Got to stay careful of that wall. Joseph Causey tries to duck to the outside. Now Patrick Gaspar might take advantage of that and be all over the back bumper of the 88. Harvey Abrams gets loose out of 4, and Nicholas Weatherby will keep 4th place. We might have a battle for second here off into turn 1, though. A big draft for Thomas Carino on the back bumper of Cody McKinney. He looks outside. McKinney takes the inside. Carino's going to have to get off of it. He's going to slide to the outside into turn 1. And now the battle for second might intensify as Nicholas Weatherby uses that little bit of time they lost together, getting side by side to take a shot here to try to move into third place down the backstretch. Single file through the top 6 as now we look off into turn 3. Will Nicholas Weatherby make a move? No, he will not. They're all going to slide behind each other and keep it single file through turn 3. Weatherby to the outside now into 4, maybe. He thinks better of it. Going to try the crossover down into out of turn 4. He will not be able to. We're single file throughout the field. McKinney, he's trying to break the draft as much as he can. Down left and right here down the front stretch. Doesn't want Thomas Carino to be able to make that move. Off into turn 1. Weatherby checked up a little bit. He was on the back bumper of Charles Urick through turn 1 and 2. Here we come now down the short chute into turn 2. If Carino can get a good exit like he did in 1, it's not going to happen. Charles Urick's going to make a move to the inside down the backstretch. Maybe, maybe not. Cody McKinney breaking the draft. Charles Urick all over the back of Thomas Carino. Now Nicholas Weatherby to the outside of Urick. He's going to think better of it. They're going to stay single file into 3. They have fanned out in the back here. They're like ants with a little bit of honey. They're all trying to get to the front, but man, oh man, they were 3 wide down the backstretch here for about 6th position now as Patrick Gaspar has moved up. Now Carino's going to follow McKinney down the front stretch. Gaspar's going to follow Harvey Abrams. Weatherby to the inside of Charles Urick down the front stretch. Off into 1 and 2. Here comes Nicholas Weatherby. They're going to be side by side. Lug nut to lug nut out of turn 1 through the short chute into turn 2. Weatherby might be able to slide up. He might be able to complete the pass on the exit of 2, and he will. He'll slide up. He'll complete that pad. No, he won't. Charles Urick gets a good run out of 2. Down the backstretch now. Gaspar to the inside of Abrams, and Causey looks to the inside of Gaspar. Causey gives Gaspar a good push down the backstretch into turn 3. Into turn 3 now through the short chute. Harvey Abrams, he is standing tall on the outside, though. He's using the outside lane to get a better run. He pushes Gaspar down. He keeps him there. And we're going to be wrecking out of 4. It's Derek Schilling and Jason Miz. Big damage to both cars. Jason Miz comes out the worst from that. But it all started. With Patrick Gaspar getting just a little bit loose on the inside of Harvey Abrams. And everybody had to check up, and there just wasn't enough checking up behind him. We'll take another look at it here. And it's a little bit late. We'll see if we can find, maybe it starts about here. Yeah, a little bit further back. Right here, off into the short chute. You're going to see it. Harvey Abrams gets a little loose. He slides up. He has to get out of the throttle. That causes everybody behind him to check up. Derek Schilling couldn't check up anymore. And by the time he was able to check up, Jason Miz had already had to slide up the track to not rear-end Causey. We'll go on board this time with Derek Schilling. As you see in front of him, you're going to see this is missed a little too early. Hold on. There we go. Off into 3. They're side by side right in front of him. Gaspar has to check up, and when he does, everybody just has to move up, and there's just nowhere for him to go. Nowhere for him to go as the leaders are pitting now. Everybody pitting here 6 laps in. You only get 5 sets of tires. As you see, this is going to split the field here. It looks like the top 7 came in. The back 6 stayed out. Carino started second. He stayed out. Charles Urick stayed out. Weatherby, Abrams, McKinney, and Michael Payne. Everybody behind them pitted. But depending on how this strategy works, you may have messed yourself out of a set of tires late in the race, depending on how many cautions we have now. But your leader here, after 7 laps and a small incident out of turn 4 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, is Thomas Carino Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, every Thursday and Sunday, the Ghostfire Media Network is the official home for the AOLL Racing League. Since 1994, it has been a collection of friends who race each other like friends, and here on the Ghostfire Media Network, we are proud to broadcast them on Thursdays and Sundays, and let's learn a little bit more about them.
The AOLL. Mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
And welcome back here in the Ghostfire Media Network. That is a little bit more about the AOLL. If you want to check out the AOLL's action here, Wednesdays and sometimes Wednesdays, but every Thursday, every Sunday, the AOLL live here on the Ghostfire Media Network. That's presented to you by the Guitar Addict. Which is run by a very close friend of mine, Randy Pepper. I consider him a friend and a colleague. He is my cohort here every Tuesday. From time to time, he's not here, either for gigs or for this week. Specifically, he's celebrating his birthday. So a very warm birthday wish out there to Randy Pepper. And Randy, we miss you here tonight, but we'll get you back next week. We will definitely get you back next week, and we're excited. We're excited to have you around here for at least another year as you turn 87. Sorry, 107. As the field gets 2x2 down the backstretch here, looks like Derek Schilling was able to get his damage repaired, and it looks like Jason Miz was able to get most of his repaired. Actually, it looks like Derek's in the pits at the moment getting it repaired. We'll see if he gets out before going down a lap. Jason Miz going to restart 11th. There you see him right there in the red number 89 car behind the number 11 FedEx machine of Ryan Cliver. But as we come out of turn 4, the green flag will fly for the second time tonight. And the field will be in Thomas Carino Jr.'s hands. As we're back green flag racing here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A good restart for Thomas Carino Jr. is going to clear everybody. Get a good shot to go out to the outside. Charles York with another good restart as well. Nicholas Weatherby, he's able to easily pass the number 79, Harvey Abrams. Harvey Abrams falling into the grips of Joey McKinney. Right behind him, Michael Payne, but there's the first car with brand new tires of Cody McKinney. Already looking to the inside of Michael Payne down the backstretch here. Down the long backstretch, 2.5 mile racetrack. About 2 miles of it, or 1.75 miles of it is on these straightaways here. And off into turn 3, Cody McKinney. This is where those new tires, if there's a huge change or a huge advantage in them, it's going to show. Cody McKinney gets a little wide out of 3, and Harvey Abrams, Patrick Gaspar able to easily pass his teammate there. And now battle for the lead. Side by side into turn 2, into 1. Harvey Abrams, Nicholas Weatherby. Right behind them, Michael Payne and Joey McKinney. It's a 2 side-by-side battles off into 3. Oh, Patrick Gaspar makes it 3 wide right behind him. Gaspar made it 3 wide on the exit of 2. Almost took Michael Payne for a ride. He was able to make it stick, and the two teammates working hard to get through the field. Off into 3. Joey McKinney's going to let his teammate by, as now Patrick Gaspar moves into the top 5. Joey McKinney holding up the field right behind him, though. He just throttled that line right there on the exit of 3. Thomas Carino's driving away from the field. If Patrick Gaspar has something for the leader here in stage 1, he's got to go. There's only 14 laps left. Gaspar to the inside of Abrams off into turn 1. He's going to try to make it stick. Hopefully he doesn't slide up. He's going to slide up a little bit, put Harvey up the track a little. But there it is now. Harvey's going to fight back to the outside through turn 2. They're going to be side by side. Pretty much even down the backstretch. Patrick's going to have that draft and help from his teammate who's a little far back. Will Harvey throw it off into 3? They get really close down the backstretch now. Off into 3. Here comes the 79. He's gonna hug that quarter panel tight. Off into turn 4 now. The side draft from the number 79 is keeping the 86 there. He was finally able to complete the pass out of turn 4 that time. A little bit further back behind him. This is the battle for 7th and 8th position. McKinney's around. Causey's in the wall. Cody McKinney and Joseph Causey. Oh, no. Heartbreak in the McKinney household. The fastest car of the night. By far, Cody McKinney had an advantage here of speed. And in stage 1. Oh, man. Let's see if we can see where this how this happens here. This is on the exit of 4. They're even side by side. And oh, the air got Cody loose. It was an aero push from the right front of the 88 machine, and the aero push there. That air pulled the 14 to the left, got him it's such an aero-sensitive track. And just that little bit of air, we're going to go on board, and he's just completely, he's helpless. You're just completely helpless. And we'll watch here. This is going off into 3. Joseph getting off into 4. Joseph gets to the inside. And you'll see him come up, and it's just going to be aero push from the 88 to the 14. Oh, that's just a shame. It's just a shame. It's just, you know, I've said it a couple times, but it's just a shame there to see Cody get involved in that. Unfortunate for him there. He definitely had one of the faster cars tonight, and he'll come in and try to get the damage repaired. Same thing for Joseph Causey. He'll come in and get his damage repaired. The 18 of Joey McKinney will come down and take that set of tires that he didn't take under the first caution. And we'll see how this all works out for everybody involved. But I would think to say that this now hurts Cody McKinney's chance to get in that win tonight. Unless it's not too severe. But we shall see. But, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back here in the Ghostfire Media Network.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey, Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here on the Ghostfire Media Network at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As you see right now, after our second caution of the night, Thomas Carino Jr. is your leader with Charles Urick back in second, Nicholas Weatherby in third, Patrick Gaspar in fourth, Harvey Abrams in fifth, Michael Payne in sixth, Ryan Cliver in seventh, Tommy Schaefer back in eighth, Joey McKinney in ninth, Jason Miz in 10th, Cody McKinney in 11th, Joseph Kazi in 12th, and Derek Schilling got one of those laps back, so now he is 2 laps down instead of 3. Some minor damage left on that right front. It might not be enough to hurt him too much. We shall see. We're also going to keep an eye on Cody McKinney as Cody gets ready to see if he, if we can get Cody back up here in the fight tonight. A little bit further back, you see Joseph Kazi. He's coming now down the front stretch. He might find the pack before they go green. He might not. So we'll keep an eye on Kazi as he's in turn 1 now, and the pack is going into 3. As the field comes through turn 3, now down the short chute. Out of turn 4. This is going to help Joseph Kazi a lot here as he starts to come through turn 4. He's going to be almost at full speed here. We're going to have to watch that as he comes around. And out of turn 4, the field goes green, and off we go. The restart here in stage number 2 after the 3rd caution of the night. Thomas Carino with a good restart off in a 1. He's going to be able to keep the position again. Weatherby challenges Gaspar to the inside. He completes the pass, keeps his spot. And now Weatherby sets his sight on Charles Urick through turn 2. Try to get a good draft up here down the backstretch. Harvey Abrams to the inside of Gaspar. Michael Payne a little loose out of 2. He slides right in behind Gaspar now. Harvey Abrams loses a spot now here. But here comes Nicholas Weatherby on the back bumper of the number 76 off into turn 3 here. Can Weatherby make a pass through 3, possibly into 4? Out of turn 3, now down into turn 4. He's not going to make the pass this time. Gaspar gets a little loose. Weatherby almost tags the wall. Down the front stretch, they're trying to break the draft. Weatherby doesn't have one. Gaspar to the inside. He'll take 3rd, and he'll set his sights on the leaders off into turn 1. We're going to take a look really quick back at Cody McKinney. He hasn't lost too much speed here as we come down through the short chute off into turn 2. He's able to keep pace with these guys in front of him. That damage might help a little bit, might make the back end of the car a little bit more streamlined. We'll have to keep an eye on that if that damage actually helps him tonight. As long as there's no engine damage, if that left rear quarter panel is pushed in a little bit, like it is there, it could make him more streamlined than everybody else. Joey McKinney makes a pass to the inside of Ryan Cliver. We have a battle for the lead here on a turn 4. Charles Urick to the inside. Now Patrick Gaspar down to the bottom. 3 wide across the lineup, Ricks. If that was the final lap, I wouldn't be able to tell you who won. Gaspar went off in there. He almost got into Urick. Carino loses 3, maybe 4 spots into turn 1. Down the short chute into turn 2. Carino loses maybe another spot to Payne, but Urick keeps second as Gaspar sets sail and drives away. Thomas Carino, one bad corner, left him all the way down to 4th, almost 50. Looked to the inside, thought better of it. Joey McKinney to the inside in turn 3. Now through the short chute between 3 and 4, off into 4. Joey McKinney to the inside of Michael Payne. Joey McKinney's going to take 5th place away, slide up on the exit, and complete that pass. Maybe, maybe not. They're still side by side. Door handle to door handle down the front stretch. Joey McKinney, Michael Payne side by side through turn 1. Inches on inches between these drivers. Harvey Abrams is there. He wants back in the top 5. He thinks he has something for these guys tonight. Through 1 and 2. They're side by side now out at 2. Harvey Abrams and Michael Payne. Cody McKinney side by side with Ryan Cliver. Cliver on the outside. McKinney to the inside. Abrams to the inside of the 15 of Michael Payne. Harvey Abrams is going to try to complete the pass. He's not going to make it this time, but off into 4, he might be able to do it. Through turn 4 on the exit through down the front stretch, he still can't complete the pass. Cody McKinney's going to push him with all of his might down the front stretch, but that wounded Chevrolet Camaro is not enough to push Harvey Abrams off into 1. But Abrams is going to fight hard off into turn 1. Will he finally be able to complete the pass? He still is on the outside. Off into 2. Now the pass is completed. Now he can drive past him. And now Cody McKinney to the inside. Harvey Abrams comes down to Cody McKinney's front end. It's going to break the air off the 14's front end. Going to give Cody a little bit of that help. And now Jason Miz to the inside. We're going to be 3 wide off into 3. Miz thinks better of it. He breaks a little bit, gets off of it. And now off into turn 3. They're side by side. McKinney passes Michael Payne. And now Jason Miz is going to follow him down to the inside. Maybe, maybe not. He's going to get Ryan Cliver, but not Michael Payne. 4 to go here in stage number 1. The damage that Joseph Causey has gotten has dampened him severely, has hurt his chances of a win here tonight pretty hard. Pretty difficult to get a win with that much damage. So we shall see what he can do, but you're looking at the leader right now, Patrick Gaspar, who is 1.6 seconds ahead of Charles Urich, who's being challenged now for second by Nicholas Weatherby into turn 4. Carino chops the nose off the 18. The 18 keeps it in there. Joey McKinney might try to take fourth. He might do it down the front stretch. Weatherby trying to take second. Off into turn 1. Off into turn 1. He wasn't able to make that pass. Now down the short chute into 2. Charles Urich will hold on to second spot. Joey McKinney up to 4th. Cody McKinney challenging for 5th. Sorry, 6th. We are single file here around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway at the moment. Now we are side by side. McKinney to the inside of Abrams through 3. Off into 4. Harvey gets a good side jump, but Cody drives it down to the apron with a great save there. He got a little squiggly in the middle of the corner. Now down the front stretch, and Cody McKinney, who started on pole with a little bit of damage on that left front, all the way back up to 6th. Ryan Cliver forces the issue on the 79 in a 1 and 2. Harvey Abrams thinks better about it. But the battle for second is raging on. Here comes Joey McKinney now. Down the backstretch. He's past Carino. He's past Urich. Now he's trying to pass Weatherby here. When we're coming to a white flag on stage number 1 through turns 3. The short chute and then 4. On the exit of turn 4, Weatherby got a good exit, but now Weatherby, he's gonna have to defend from McKinney off into 1. Joey McKinney sends it off. Weatherby really sends it off. Weatherby and McKinney battling for every inch on this racetrack here in the final lap of stage number 1. We're in the battle for 4th now. Carino to the inside of Charles Urich down the backstretch. We'll try to keep an eye on both of these battles simultaneously. through the short chute. Can Carino get to the inside? He will get to the inside of Urich. Through turn 4. They're still side by side on the exit. Man, oh man, they're side by side still back there. Weatherby will take home second. McKinney will take home third. Carino will get fourth. No, Urich will get fourth. Who got fourth? It looks like Charles Urich gets fourth. We're going to go back to when the yellow flag came out here. All right, we're going to try to see here. All right, we're going to go up to Nicholas Weatherby. Okay, the yellow light is on there. Who got this battle? It looks like Charles Urich, by that much, got fourth in stage number 1. What a turn of events there in stage 1. Man, oh man. Your stage 1 results are as follows. Patrick Gaspar takes home a stage win. Nicholas Weatherby nets himself 9 points for second. Cody McKinney with the 8 points for third. Charles Urich with the 7 for fourth. Carino with the 6 for fifth. McKinney with the 5 for the 5 for sixth. Cliver with the 4 for seventh. Harvey Abrams with the 3 for eighth. Jason Miz with the 2 for ninth. And Tommy Schaefer picks himself up a stage point here tonight. Stage 1 is in the books here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're coming around to do green flag to do caution pit stops, so we're going to go side by side here. You won't miss a second of the action.
All right, I'm ready for the guitar ad. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com.
We're to cut the break short. They crashed on pit road. They crashed on pit road here. What in the world happened there? Oh, my Lord. What in the world just happened? We'll take another look here. As we enter pit lane, what in the world happened there? Everybody's, moving right along, da-da-da-da-da, going about my day. And it's further back here. Oh, and Harvey Abrams just... Oh, and Thomas Carino did the same thing! 2 of the fastest cars on the track. Harvey Abrams didn't miss his box, so he locked him up. Carino missed his box and locked him up. Oh my goodness, damage on both of those cars. Harvey Abrams loses a ton of spots. Wow! Wow. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Wow. I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen anybody crash on pit road at Indianapolis. I've seen it at USA. I've seen it at a lot of racetracks. I just dropped water all over my keyboard. Crap. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. Well, that's not good. 1 second, everybody. Oh, Christ. Keyboard still works. I can tell you that. What just happened to my screen here? All right. I mean, it's good news. The keyboard still works. I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad. But let's try to regroup here. I've seen it at USA. I've seen it at Martinsville. I've seen it at Richmond. Hell, I've even seen it at Daytona because the pit stalls are smaller than you expect them to be. But Indianapolis has the widest pit stalls that NASCAR goes to almost all season. So, for that to happen is crazy, but the lights are out, the pace car is off. And just like we do every week in Stage 2, we are going to go crank it up here to begin Stage 2. And man, oh man, that was a great restart for Patrick Gaspar as he continues to lead here at Indianapolis. He set the fastest lap of the race on his last lap here. The 51.97, the first man. And Cody McKinney battles right back with a 51.96. And Joey McKinney fights back with a 51.94. Sorry, Cody's was a 51.78. Man, oh man. Damage or no damage, these guys are fighting for it. And they are breaking up drafts as much as you can here. But Nicholas Weatherby wants to lead. Joey McKinney wants to lead. Nicholas Weatherby has come on post-break, and he has come on strong in the first two races here. Watkins Glen last week, he challenged Patrick Gaspar. This week, he's challenging Patrick Gaspar. Down the front stretch, will Nicholas Weatherby have the ability to make a move here? Maybe into turn 2 if he has a good turn 1. He rolls to center better than Patrick Gaspar, but it looks like he gets maybe Gaspar gets a better entry into 2 each lap. But this time Gaspar up a little high, Weatherby really down low. He's going to be all over that rear deck lid down the backstretch. He's there. Weatherby is there waiting for a mistake to be made. He's trying to cause the mistake down into 3. He's a little high going in. He's not going to get anything. Gaspar all the way down to the line. He's going to actually gain time on the exit. Now into 3. Gaspar hits it. Weatherby doesn't hit it quick enough. And Gaspar's going to pull away down the front stretch. They are side by side back in the paddock, but here it's a snake down the front stretch. Weatherby has Urich all over him. Off into turn 2. Can Weatherby make a move on Gaspar? Down the backstretch, the snake continues. Off into turn 3. Can Nicholas Weatherby make the move on Patrick Gaspar here? In turn 4, will one of the other 3 drivers behind him get a move on him? We're a quarter of the third of the way through this race as we cross over the bricks. 222,000 people on their feet here in Indianapolis. They paid for the whole seat, but they're only using the edge. A 5-way battle for the lead here. It's almost like watching the Indy 500. On a turn 2, down the backstretch. Can Weatherby get a run? McKinney looks like he wants to get a run on Charles Urich. If you're just joining us here on the Ghostfire Media Network, I'm Nick Adams, and you are watching the weekly Tuesday night broadcast of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here on the Ghostfire Media Network. And we're in the midst of one of the best Indianapolis races I've seen in a long time as Joey McKinney makes a move to the inside of Charles Urich now. Down the front stretch here at Indy. At the line of bricks, Urich's going to be able to hold on to it. Off into 3 and 4, off into turn 1 here. McKinney to the inside. Through the short chute, into turn 2. Urich's going to use his momentum to drive off hard. But can McKinney get a good exit? McKinney's in danger of losing a spot to Cliver. Off into turn 3. McKinney. He's going to fight back hard to try to keep that spot from Ryan Cliver into 4 this time. And McKinney will hold on to 4th. But that's allowed Charles Urich to be able to drive away a little. Now he's going to reel him in. Harvey Abrams back up to 6th after getting that damage on pit road. He has got Thomas Carino Jr. who's got a little bit of damage to the outside. Now off into 1. Carino, he is trying to make it stick, and he will. This is the battle for 6th position. Heck of a battle right now as we watch. It's getting a little darker here. There's been a shade cloud has come over. A shade cloud. A cloud has come over the racetrack and put some shade. That's what I meant to say. As we head off into 1 here, we watch the battle for 6th. We jump back to the battle for 3rd, though, as that is heated up for battle for 4th right now as Ryan Cliver got past Joey McKinney. We'll show you that here. This was an ongoing battle down the front stretch. And he finally able to make that pass off into 1 and kept it into the short chute in 2. The battle for 3rd is heated up, though, as now Charles Urich is being challenged by Ryan Cliver in 4th. The number 11 FedEx Toyota. Off into 1 and 2. Can he make it stick and really gain on Charles Urich? He will a little bit. through 2 now down the backstretch. This is going to be telling. Who got a better exit? It looks like it was Urich. We check in on the battle for the lead here. Patrick Gaspar has a half a second lead right now on Nicholas Weatherby. The gap is getting smaller and smaller, though. Weatherby continues to gain. So as we watch this, we just have to watch the fact that Weatherby continues to gain on Patrick Gaspar here. Off into 1 and 2 now. Gaspar's going to drive it off in deep. He's going to slide up. He's starting to smoke those tires. Weatherby really high on the exit. Almost into the wall there. That was almost dangerous. He loses a little bit of time because of that, but he's still within that 0.3 of a second where that draft is going to be really, really, really strong down the backstretch. 185, 190 miles an hour before you get on the brakes. Off into turn 3. 165 miles an hour through turn 3. Off into turn 4. Here comes Gaspar. He's trying to keep that spot from Nicholas Weatherby. It's within 0.2 of a second now, and it's getting smaller and smaller. With 10 to go here in stage 2. Off into turn 1. Weatherby gains even more now. He's all over the back bumper of the 86 of Patrick Gaspar. Now down the backstretch, down the long backstretch, a mile in length, over a mile in length. Down the backstretch, here comes Weatherby. Can he make the pass? He's going to get closer and closer here as we go off into 3. He's within 0.2 of a second now. He gets a really good entry that time into 3 to Gaspar. Weatherby's going to try to battle back through 4. Gaspar put the hammer down in 3 and 4 that time. Man, oh man, did he gain a lot that time. Nicholas Weatherby made a mistake, and Patrick Gaspar took advantage. Carino loose out of 4. Carino with a big save back there. You saw it at the top of your screen. Through the short chute now into turn 2. Weatherby's done everything he could to gain back the time he lost. He hasn't gained it all back, but he's gained back enough of it. Here comes Weatherby trying to make the move here. He's trying to get close enough to make the move with 8 to go in the stage. Through 3 that time. He got a huge run. Now into 4. Weatherby all the way down to the rumble strips. A perfect exit for Nicholas Weatherby. He's all over the back bumper. He's within 0.2. Now a 1/10.5 down the front stretch. Man, oh man, this is getting good. 7 to go in stage number 2. Weatherby pushing hard. Patrick Gaspar pushing hard. We have some guys pitting under green here. Patrick Gaspar is going to try to get a sniff of the draft off the number 79 Harvey Abrams, who exits the pits. It's not going to be enough to keep Nicholas Weatherby at bay, though. Off into 3. Weatherby gets an amazing entry. He's going to be on his quarter panel, side by side into 4. Weatherby slides back behind him now on the exit. Gaspar's going to dive into the pits, and Weatherby is going to take the lead. You lose about 49 seconds, so right now, Patrick Gaspar will come up behind Michael Payne. Weatherby through now into turn 2. If he pits this time, he might be able to take the lead on the overcut just based on his speed differential over Patrick Gaspar. We'll see if the New York kid, the young hotshot, can get a stage win here through the strategy game. Through turn 3, now into the short chute into turn 4. Will Nicholas Weatherby pit this time, or will he stay out? He's lining up. He's going to stay out this time. 7 to go. Now 6 to go in the stage. Taking a look at where Patrick Gaspar is in the track. He's just now entering turn 2. No, this is turn 1. The shortstop is turn 2. Now he's down the long back straightaway. Nicholas Weatherby entering 4. You see right there behind Patrick Gaspar is Harvey Abrams. Then right behind him is Nicholas Weatherby, Ryan Cliver, Joey McKinney, Cody McKinney, Tommy Schaefer, all on the pits this time. Looks like without any caution, stage 2 requires a pit for you to pit under green here. Weatherby, will he pit this time? Through 3. The short shoot into 4. Weatherby. Hard on the brakes. He's going to pit. Here he comes down the pit entry. Charles Urick stays out. He's going to lead a lap. Weatherby locked him up coming in with a good entry, though. 5 to go in stage 2. The battle for the lead is between Nicholas Weatherby and the 86 of Patrick Gaspar, who's entering 3 as we speak. This is going to be a close one here. Gaspar entering 4 now. Weatherby, the right side's being serviced. Now the left side's being serviced. The undercut is powerful here. Patrick Gaspar is going to go from a 1/10 of a second lead to about 4 seconds. There goes Gaspar by. What's the time difference going to be? Five seconds, now 6 seconds. Wow, the undercut is powerful here. Charles Urick still on the track, though. 3 to go here in stage 2. If he can stretch the fuel, he could win the stage. Just a reminder of what the points looked like tonight. Coming into the race, you see Charles Urick sitting pretty in 8th. 306 points above the cut line. So he's locked in on the exit of 4. You can take a little, you can take some more, you can take a few calculated risks when you have that much of a gap. And you're locked in. 3 to go on the stage. Let's go on board with the 76 and see if he's saving it all. Heavy saving through 1 and 2 that time. Down the backstretch, he's letting Michael Payne go. Michael Payne on fresh tires. 3 to go in stage number 1. We're coming to 2 to go this time. Into 3. Has he saved enough to make it? Into 4. He's made the decision. He has not. He's pitting. Charles Urick will give up the stage win to pit. Can Jason Miz save enough fuel? And if he doesn't, did Thomas Carino? 2 to go here in stage number 2. Jason Miz has 7 seconds on Thomas Carino. You can save a lot of fuel in 7 seconds. Do a lot of saving around this track. Let's go on board the 89. See if he's saving. Getting off the throttle really, really early into the corner. Still not full throttle. The white flag waves here on stage number 2. Can Jason Miz save enough fuel to go around another 2.5 miles? through turn 1. The Miz has enough fuel there. Now into turn 2. Does Miz have enough fuel? That damaged number 89 Toyota Camry for Tito Team Racing. Limping around the racetrack, trying to win a stage here. Your regular season champion, Joseph Causey, has limped his car up to 3rd. Through turn 3. Down the short chute into turn 4. Jason Miz, still under his own power, will win stage number 2 and take his first stage win of the year. Thomas Carino rebounds to finish 2nd in stage 2. Gaspar is going to get Causey at the line for 3rd. Causey comes home 4th. Causey might be out of fuel. Joseph Causey's out of fuel, I think. He's under his own power now. He's not. Nicholas Weatherby comes home 5th. Joey McKinney in 6th. Harvey Abrams in 7th. Ryan Cliver 8th. Cody McKinney in 9th. And Tommy Schaefer with the Chick-fil-A car in 10th. Jason Miz steals 10 stage points here. Man, oh man, as we're atop the spotter stand here. As he's going to come get the pace car. Is he out of fuel? He might just be coasting. He was coasting. That's how low he is on fuel. The 89 is sputtering. Sputtering big time. Is he out of fuel? Jason Miz won the stage. I think he might have pushed it too far. Jason Miz is out of fuel. A tough spot to run out of gas. Oh, he's still got half a racetrack. The winner of stage 2 might not make it back to pit road. Oh, that would be a killer. He would lose at least a lap here if he doesn't get back. Oh, he's not under power. He's out of fuel. He's in the access road between turns 3 and turn 4. He is limping at 28 miles an hour. He might make it. Is he gonna make it? I think he might make it. We're gonna take a look at what's going on pit road right now. Nicholas Weatherby stayed out. Cody McKinney entering his pit there. No incidences on pit road this time. And The Miz has ran out of fuel. The Miz has run out of fuel. Right there on the exit of turn 4. Nicholas Weatherby, your leader here. Nicholas Weatherby with the lead here now as he pitted on lap 44. He might be doing this for strategy sakes or just to lead that lap here. He already led a lap, so that wouldn't make any sense unless he wants to be in the back and be able to draft up. But we'll see if he dives off into pit road this time as they come through turn 3 and 4. As is Jason Miz back out on the track? No, he is not. And Weatherby will stay out. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take another break here. You're going to hear more about the AOLL, the other league we broadcast here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later. On the iRacing platform, the TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. Right? Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
Make sure if you're ever in the Holly Hill area to go visit our friend Randy Pepper. As we come out of turn 4, the green flag will fly to begin stage number 3, and Nicholas Weatherby takes him to the green. 8-lap old tires on that number 23. We'll see how long he can hold off the field. Gaspar dives to the inside, very aggressive to the number 76. Gaspar off into turn 2. He's going to slide up. He almost took out Charles York there. Now he's going to come under fire from the 18 of Joey McKinney. Down the backstretch, off into turn 3. Nicholas Weatherby wants to see those two battle because it'll allow him to drive away and take advantage of these older tires before these new tires are able to catch him because they'll be ruining their stuff. Now out of 4, here comes Yerrick with a big draft. He's got intentions of taking the lead here. Yerrick all over the back bumper of the 23. But Weatherby dives into turn 1. Nicholas Weatherby, a guy who said he couldn't get this car turned. What a way to turn the car now. He's figured it out. The 23, the 76, the 86. They're coming hard. Here is Charles Yerrick to the inside of Nicholas Weatherby. Weatherby slides up. He's going to try as hard as he can to keep that spot, but he won't be able to. Charles Yerrick to the inside. Gaspar's going to go 3 wide. Off into turn 1. Charles Yerrick went from 1st to 4th. Gaspar went from 4th to 1st. And a battle for 2nd now as Nicholas Weatherby knows he cannot afford to let the 86 just drive away. Off into turn 3. Will be able to keep the pass. A spot. He will. He'll drive off in there. What a move by Nicholas Weatherby off into turn 3. He was not going to give up, and he was not going to be beaten. Through turn 1 and 2 now. Down the short chute into turn 2, Weatherby. Oh, Patrick Gaspar starting to blink. Patrick Gaspar has lost some races in heartbreaking ways this season, but if he blinks and disconnects from the session, I think that one will be the most disappointing and heartbreaking one he has all year. Weatherby able to now solidify himself as the number 2 car right now. The top 7, you can throw a blanket under. And Cody McKinney's about half second back. And Joseph Causey with his severely damaged race car holding up Thomas Carino now off into turn 1. Carino, his car's not as fast because of the damage to the trunk. Carino passes Causey though. The battle for second and third heating up here. Weatherby, how long can he hold off Charles Yerk? How long can he hold off Joey McKinney? How long can they hold off Tommy Schaefer, who's come alive here in stage 3? Charles Yerk to the inside. Weatherby slides up, way up the track. Off into 4, sorry, he drives it deep. Weatherby will keep second position, but for how much longer can he do that? There we go. Joey McKinney under pressure from the number 40 of Tommy Schaefer. Oh, Tommy Schaefer in the wall out of 1. Pounds it hard. Lost a lot of momentum. I don't know how much damage, but a lot of momentum. Very reminiscent of one of the cars we have in the AOLL called Big Red that Dan Witt drives. Now the battle for second is heating up even more. Weatherby, Urich, McKinney, and Cliver all within a second of each other. Now Urich looking to the inside. Will he make the move into 1? No, he won't. Not yet. He won't make out. McKinney to the inside. Will he make the move on Urich? Yes, he will. He won't be able to get there, but he's going to drive it harder out. He's to the quarter panel. Now they're doors side by side there into turn 2. Even now between Joey McKinney and Charles Urich for third. Joey McKinney having the run of the season. He hasn't run like this all year. He's up in third now, side by side with the number 76 Ford Mustang. That Grizzly machine holding on. Can he keep the 18 of Joey McKinney behind him? He will not. Now Ryan Cliver to the inside of Charles Urich. Their quarter panel to quarter panel. Door handle to door handle out of 1. Man, oh, they touch out of 2. And now Charles Urich in the wall. Ryan Cliver in the wall. The track is blocked down the backstretch for a half a second there. Big damage and junk for both of them. An over-aggressive move with 36 laps to go, with 33 laps to go, is going to cost both drivers dearly. Charles Urich's damage is not too severe, but the 11 of Ryan Cliver has damage on every body panel, and the front end is just gone. Oh, man. Well, go back and look what happened here. And this is off into 1 now. He just dives it to the inside. It was good move here. It was good move here. Now off into 1, then off into 2. He just couldn't keep it down. He came up in the Charles, and when Charles hit the wall, the car just shot back out. Charles kept his car off the wall other than that little bit of left rear damage. But if Ryan would have just held the brakes there... Watch this one more time. We'll go on board Ryan Cliver. Now through 1 and 2 here. Now into 2. This is going to hurt, but if he holds the brakes here, if he just holds the brakes instead of getting off of it, he's not hitting the wall again. So why he didn't hold the brakes, I'm not 100% sure, but he definitely let himself get more damage than he needed to get. Right here, there's a lot of damage, but he still's got a front end. You can probably fix this. But then he just noses into the wall because he's not on the brakes. You don't see that, you know, that's the thing. You don't see the tires. The tires don't lock up here at all. And because the tires don't lock up, it just leads me to think he never touches the brakes. He gave up on the wreck before he was even in the wall, and he hits the wall. The brakes never lock up. The tires are not locked up. Still not locked up. Still not locked up. Boom. In the wall, rolling down the track. Then he touches the brakes. If he locks it down there, you're in a better position. Everybody pitted, folks. Everybody pitted while we were looking at that. Thomas Carino Jr. stayed on the track. Patrick Gaspar is in second. Joey McKinney in third. Cody McKinney in fourth. Joseph Kazi in fifth. Nicholas Weatherby back in sixth. Everybody else got 2 tires and a splash of fuel. Well, Weatherby got 4 tires. So Weatherby will be your first car on new tires, sitting in 6th position. It's going to get good. Folks, we're going to take a break here in the Ghost Fire Media Network. We're going to let you hear a little bit more about the AOLL.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later. On the iRacing platform, the TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Oh, folks, welcome back. Give me 1 second here, folks. Give me 1 second.
For 20 years, a guitar.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I was just fixing something. As we come out of turn 4 here, And we get the green flag back in the air. Thomas Carino is in control of the field. Carino gets a good restart. He's got some damage on that car. How long is he going to be able to hold off? The number 86, Patrick Gaspar, the hard-charging Chevy Camaro, all over the number 7 through turn 1. Now down the short chute, we look behind them. Nicholas Weatherby on those new tires, trying to take advantage of them. He's in a freaking hornet's nest out of turn 2, though. They almost wrecked in 1. Now out of 2 down the backstretch. The Hornet is playing with the Bumblebees down the backstretch. He's going to try to go to the inside into 3. He's really going to send it, I betcha. I'm honestly surprised he didn't send it there. He's going to try to send it to the outside of McKinney, but McKinney won't let that happen. And now McKinney cuts the nose off the 79. That kills the momentum of the 23. He's going to lose 3 spots now. Oh, man, the strategy by Nicholas Weatherby to be the first one on 4 freshies has really bit him now. Oh, man. Patrick Gaspar takes the lead, and Nicholas Weatherby stuck back there in 8th. But Patrick Gaspar, with a full tank of fuel, is going to try to fly away from the pack, but Thomas Carino is having none of it. Nicholas Weatherby uses all of those 4 tires on the outside there in 3. Here he comes. Here comes Weatherby. He's flying through the field. Weatherby was one of those guys early in the race that did not pit. He had an extra set of tires. Weatherby had an extra set of tires. It's exactly what I thought was going to happen at the start of the race. You pit under every caution. You could screw yourself, and I think some of these guys have with the amount of tires they have left. And Weatherby now to the inside, easily going to pass the number 7 of Thomas Carino. Between the damage and the tire difference, here comes Nicholas Weatherby like a rocket ship down the backstretch into turn 3. Into turn 3, now down the short chute. He's got Patrick Gaspar in his sights. And now Nicholas Weatherby is going to put all the pressure in the world on the 86. Now off into turn 2. Everybody behind him is sliding and slooting and going around almost. We got a lot of things happening. Carino down into the wall almost. We have a new leader down the backstretch. Holy schmoly, off into turn 3. I haven't said that in a while. Here comes Harvey Abrams, the second car on the track with new freshies. He's to the inside of Gaspar. That's what Weatherby wants to see. Weatherby is going to drive away here at Indy. I don't know how smart of a decision it was to not put tires on that last pit stop. Gaspar! Michael Payne has new freshies. He's to the inside and easily passed through turn 2. The strategy has bit these guys who didn't get tires straight in the rear ends. They can't keep up. And now you look at Harvey Abrams. Oh, Harvey tapped the wall there between 3 and 4 in the short chute. Not enough to do a lot of damage, but enough to be visible that he hit the wall. And now Patrick Gaspar is going to have to minimize the damage. And Harvey Abrams is just trying to keep an eye on Nicholas Weatherby. And Nicholas Weatherby is driving away. He's now got a 2-second lead as we have a battle for 4th. As we see Gaspar holding off Urich for the moment. We have a battle going on between the brothers. The brothers McKinney right now. Oh, no! Derek Schilling taps the wall on the exit of 2. Nearly takes it down. As the brothers McKinney off into 3 to the short shoot here at Indy. And now we'll see if Joey can get one over on his brother Cody into 1. Be very interesting to see here. As right now, Cody holding off Joey. We jump back to the battle for the lead. It's now a 3-second gap. You see the distance between Nicholas and Harvey. We get you as close to the action as we can there. As it is just a parade right now with 21 laps to go. Everybody's just kind of waiting for the final pit stops. The strategy's worked out. Nicholas Weatherby driving away from the field. A beautiful piece of driving here tonight for the number 23 so far. If only the person driving the 23 was this good. Not here, but you know what I'm saying. And Harvey Abrams right behind him. Harvey Abrams has Michael Payne battling with Patrick Gaspar. The tires have kind of evened off now. And Michael Payne's never been able to pull away from Gaspar. And that has now allowed Gaspar to close that gap to almost nothing. But Charles Urich is looming in the background with 2 fresh tires. Through turn 2 there. Sorry, turn 1. Now into turn 2. No, this is turn... Hold on, I lost the track. That was turn 4. Now down the front stretch, 20 laps to go here. As we send it off with 19 to go here, Nicholas Weatherby, Harvey Abrams, Michael Payne, Patrick Gaspar, Charles Urich, your top 5. Cody, Joey McKinney battling for 6th. And here it is. Patrick Gaspar going to send it off to the inside of Michael Payne. And he will take third. Thomas Carino and Derek Schilling have both pitted. They have made their final pit stops of the race. Earlier on in the race, at this point in the run, we saw the drivers losing 4 seconds a lap from what they ran at the start. They've only lost 3 right now in the lead. Harvey going to try to give Derek as much of the draft as he can to keep Patrick Gaspar behind him. And Derek is going to pull up right in front of Patrick. It's going to hurt him a little bit for maybe a half a second, minute, maybe, you know, not much. But here comes the 86. And Gaspar couldn't get to the inside and get past him. And now Patrick Gaspar coming in. Weatherby won't be far from long behind him. Nicholas Weatherby has this race in hand with 17 to go. I would expect to see him pit at the end of this lap to keep the lead as large as he can. Here he comes into 3, now down the short chute to 4. Nicholas Weatherby has an 8-second gap on the rest of the field, and Weatherby hard on the binders, and he's going to come in. No lockups this time. "60 miles an hour down the long, long pit lane. One of the longest we go to all year. Nicholas Weatherby perfect on his entry to his stall. We're going to keep a look here where Patrick Gaspar is. Gaspar now entering the front stretch. Now coming into 1 and 2 is Gaspar. Weatherby up to speed now through the second half of the short chute into turn 2. Nicholas Weatherby will continue to lead by about 5 seconds. This outlap is going to be key. And the gap stays at 3.7 seconds here with 15 to go. We're going to go side by side here in the Ghost Fire Media Network so you don't miss a single thing. We're going to take our last commercial break, and then we'll be right back to take you to the end.
I'm ready for the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com. For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAttic.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAttic.com.
Welcome back to the Ghostfire Media Network and the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. 13 laps to go, 12 and a half laps to go, really, here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Nicholas Weatherby has put it down, and he has driven away now from Patrick Gaspar to 4.27 seconds. As we see the battle for fourth has heated up a little bit. Michael Payne got by back Joseph Kazi. But here it is, folks. There's the hornet's nest on the track. If an incident's going to come, it'll come from this group of people here. Not because of talent, just because of how close they are. Cody McKinney right now sitting in fifth. What a shame. What a shame for Cody McKinney. Comes out here tonight, lays down a blistering fast pole time, is quick at the beginning of the first stage, pits, and just from that moment on, it went downhill after he pitted. And unfortunately for him, there was nothing he could do about it. He got caught in a bad situation, and it's just unfortunate. Joey McKinney, super quick tonight. If the brakes came a little different for him, he may have had a shot to win this as well. And Joseph Kazi, we'll never know what Joseph Kazi had for the field. It took 12 laps. 12 laps, that was it for Joseph Kazi to get damage on his car, and that was the end of his night. And Charles Urich came in here, into this final stage here in third. Probably the third best car on the track. But Charles stayed out way longer than everybody, hoped for a caution, hasn't been able to do anything with it, and now he's going to battle hard just to maybe get to third. He's going to have to gain 7 seconds and have to pass 5 cars to do it, but there's a chance that Charles Urich can still bring this home in third tonight. We'll keep an eye on that battle as the race goes along, but the battle for fourth is heating up. The swapping of these positions continues here. As it's just 3 seconds separating these 4 drivers on the track. You see now Cody and Joey left to battle here. We'll keep an eye on that. But Michael Payne falling into the clutches of Charles Urich. Now down the backstretch here, we'll see how much closer Urich can get to Michael Payne. It's about a second now. Less than a second through turn 3. And here it comes. Now Michael Payne has gathered it back up and come back up to this group in front of him. With just 8 laps to go, Michael Payne has a good shot of being able to battle for the 4th. As I say that, he almost loses it out of 2. Michael Payne tonight needed this run. We're going to take a look at the points before the race. Before the race, Ryan Cliver was ahead of Michael Payne in points. Michael Payne will jump Ryan Cliver, and Jaden Gimbel may be locked out of being able to get into the playoffs unless he wins one of the last 2 races. That's another thing, guys. Don't forget, we still have 2 races before the playoffs after tonight. Michigan, all about drafting. Daytona, all about drafting. This could get fun. And as we were saying that, Charles Urick was able to get past Michael Payne. You saw it live. And now Charles to the inside of the 18 on the exit of 4. Going to use the 14 in front of him to get that big run down the front stretch. I'm really surprised Cody didn't jump up in front of his brother, give him the drafting help. But now we're going to see it off into 1 and 2. Charles Urick just going to send it off in there. Try to slide up. And he will make the pass. And head down the backstretch with his sights set on Cody McKinney. 6 laps to go here. Charles Urick into 3 now. Trying to make that pass. Was that 1? That was 1. No, I was right. That was 3. Damn it. Out of 4, down the front stretch. 5 more circles around this track. 5 more laps. And Cody McKinney getting his elbows out into 1. Cody gets a little bump there. Woo, that was a nice little bit of racing there going off into 1. Cody and Charles and Joey all locked into the playoffs. Pushing a little harder than maybe they had to. Charles into the wall. Charles Urick. Big damage on the right side. And that 3rd place finish could possibly be out of reach now. It might be a struggle to get to 4th now with that right front damage. To the inside of Joey, he's still pushing hard. He wants that 5th position. He wants a top 5. 4 to go here in Indianapolis. Side by side down the front stretch off into 1. Urick is going to dive it off in there. He's going to take 5th easily from Joey McKinney. Will Joey McKinney try to make the crossover happen into 2? He will not. Off into 2. Here comes Urick. He's going to send it off in there. McKinney's going to get his nose under him, though. They're going to be side by side, possibly down the backstretch. And there it was. Joey McKinney was able to make the pass happen again, though. So now, with 3 to go, you're going to have this battle here, folks. And it's getting spicy for the top 5. Charles sends it off into 1. Down the short chute into 2 now. Urick to the inside of McKinney. Him and Joey side by side. That Broughton Kennels number 18 Chevy Camaro versus the Grizzly Chewing Tobacco number 76 Ford Mustang off into 3. Can the 18 hold on? Can the 76 hold off the 18 into 3 now? 2 to go here in Indianapolis. Charles Urich might have finally got it. He might have finally gotten the opportunity. No, he hasn't. McKinney back to the inside. Side by side. They're going to touch. Charles Urich's going to go around. Oh, my goodness. And will the caution come out? The caution comes out here in Indianapolis. We're going to have a green-white checkered. Oh, my goodness. Nicholas Weatherby was cruising to a victory. He was coming to get the white flag. Oh, my. Let's look at how close we were to getting the white flag here. This was Weatherby into 3 and 4, and the lights went on here as he exited turn 4. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow. Wow. Holy schmo. It's about to get exciting. Here's the thing. Weatherby has tires left. He can pit and get freshies if he wants. I don't know if Patrick Gaspar has any left. He's pitted 6 times. He's got tires on 5 of those. You started with 5 extra sets. I don't think Patrick Gaspar has tires left. And Nicholas Weatherby's going to stay out. I don't know. Mark my word. Oh, Tommy Schaefer's a lap down. Never mind. Mark my words. Charles Urich could battle for the win here. A green-white checkered at Indianapolis at the Brickyard 27 years ago. Jeff Gordon came here and shocked the world. Yeah, well, didn't really shock the world in 94. He just kind of showed the world he was here and he was here to stay. But Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jarrett, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart. The list goes on of the greats who have won at the Brickyard in NASCAR. 5-time race winner Jeff Gordon, 4-time race winner Jimmy Johnson, 3-time race winner Kevin Harvick. We have had some of the best finishes, or the best races, in the Brickyard in the 90s. Lately in the 2010s and the 2020s, it wasn't that great, which is why they went to the road course. But tonight, here in the IVRL, they've shown what type of race it can be at the Brickyard if everybody is willing to put it all on the line every single lap. My, oh my, is it going to get interesting when the lights on that pace car go off and the green flag drops. Who in this field is going to join the greats, the Earnhardts, the Gordons, the Johnsons, the Jarretts, the Labontes, in the record books as winning at Indianapolis Motor Speedway? Not only are you in the record books with the guys who have won the Brickyard race, the Brickyard 400, you're in the record books with the guys who have won the Indianapolis 500. me 1 second here, folks. You are in the record books with some extremely unbelievably history. You're in the record books with the Shaws, with the Volkoviches, with the Flahertys, with the Foyts, with the Clarks, with the Hills, with the Unsers, with the Andrettis, with the Fittipaldis, the Castroneveses of the world, the Franchitis, the Weldons, the Montoyas. You are in the history books forever. At one of the best tracks in the history of the world. One of the best known tracks in the history of the world. And one of the best ovals ever built. And now tonight, somebody's going to put their name in the record books after a green-white checkered here in Indianapolis. The pace car is off. Weatherby's in control of the field, and here they go. The green is out. 3 laps to go. Green-white checkered in the air here in Indianapolis. And Weatherby, with 2 to go here, gets a great start. Off into turn 1. Here we go. Can Patrick Gaspar get clear of Harvey Abrams? If he can, he might have something for Weatherby. If he can't, it might be all over. Joseph Causey makes it 3 wide. Charles Urich is down to the inside. McKinney is 2 wide back there. Abrams is sideways. Cody McKinney. Joey McKinney's around, and we're going to be doing this again. And the big one happens here. McKinney, Urich, Carino. The big one on the backstretch here in Indianapolis. And now Nicholas Weatherby has to do it again. We'll go back and see exactly what happened. The chaos from the minute the green flag erupted here. And it is all back here in the middle of the pack. We go into turn 1. Everybody kind of just goes easy side by side. Joseph Causey gets a huge run, though. He goes to the inside. Causey makes it 3 wide into turn 2. And you never get through that corner when that type of stuff happens. And then Joey McKinney comes up, and Thomas Carino taps the wall, and Charles Urich goes for a ride. An absolute ride Charles Urich went for. Man, oh man. Folks, this one's going to hurt. He thinks he has it cleared when he goes to the inside. He has nowhere to go, and he just goes for an absolute ride. Wow. And here we'll go on board with Thomas Carino. Whoops, hold on. Into 1. He's on the outside of Urich. He gets past Urich. They go through the short chute into turn 2. He sees the 3 wide. Causey gets loose. Carino has to check up and go outside, and he just gets loose there. Gets into, and then Urich has nowhere to go. And it's just absolute carnage and chaos. And now, Nicholas Weatherby has to do that again. Just unbelievable. Man, oh man. Let's try to reset the field there as we get the field all lined up and ready here. At what point does fuel come into play? If we have another one of these, I don't know how many of these we do. Oh, we do 3. Okay. I don't think fuel will come into play here. It could. I just don't think it will. you know, man. Folks, how is this race tonight? Have you enjoyed it? I mean, it's gotten crazy here in the last 10 minutes. So, as we reset the field, we get ready. One more time. Nicholas Weatherby, Patrick Gaspar. Maybe it's Harvey Abrams. Maybe it's Cody McKinney. The spin and win. On Sunday, we had an IndyCar driver fly and win in Marcus Ericsson. Tonight, we could see a spin and win for Cody McKinney. It's going to be unbelievable to see what happens here. The field gets set. The mind starts racing. You pull up there and you pull those belts tight one more time. And you get ready to try to write your name in the record books. You get ready to have the best restart of your life. Jeff Gordon, in the last 2 years of his career, worked on his restarts more than anything else. And it won him more races in his last 3 seasons than he won in the previous 2. And it's because of restarts that you win races like this with green-white checkers nowadays. Nicholas Weatherby needs to have the restart of his life. But Patrick Gaspar has an opportunity. He saw where Weatherby goes. If Weatherby doesn't change it up, Gaspar has to go with Weatherby. He has to get going at the same time. If he does not have a chance. And the pace car is off. The field is coming to the line and the green flag is waving. Gaspar got a good start, but Abrams got a better one. Abrams pushes Weatherby out ahead, and Abrams in a second now. Harvey Abrams is going to try to take this victory from Nicholas Weatherby as we go off into 1. We go into the short chute, and now Harvey Abrams has Patrick Gaspar all over the back bumper. They're going to be side by side down the backstretch for third. Derek Schilling in the wall. Everybody keeps it together. But Cody McKinney to the outside of his teammate. Gaspar comes up. He wrecks him. He wrecks him. Gaspar turned right, and then he turned left. He had no chance of making the corner. And are we going to make it to the line and get the white flag? We stay green. Man, oh man, Patrick Gaspar continues. He just continues. My God. Nicholas Weatherby off into turn 1 for the final time down the short chute. And Cody McKinney and Joseph Causey get into it. And through turn 2, Nicholas Weatherby, minus any mistakes or hardware failures, has 1.5 miles left. It's going to be an early Tuesday night for the IVRL guys. They started at 8. They're done before 9:30. Oh, they started at 7. I'm sorry. And we're done before 9:30. On a turn 4, Nicholas Weatherby adds his name to the record books. Nicholas Weatherby is a winner here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What a drive. What a strategy call. Before the race, we talked to him. He said, I don't know how Cody McKinney was able to get the car to turn. Well, Nicholas figured something out, and now Nicholas Weatherby brings home the win with that McDonald's Toyota Camry here in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. Absolutely gutted for Harvey Abrams. What a win tonight for Nicholas Weatherby. What a drive. And that man in the 23 right there deserves to be across the bricks. And in about 3 minutes here, Nicholas Weatherby will be jumping out of that car and leaning over the bricks with his team. Socially distanced, of course. To kiss the bricks here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What a win! Oh, and he bends it here in the front stretch. And he ruins the car. Oh my goodness, the team's going to have to fix that. But we're going to pull him in here. We're going to pull our winner. The number 23 McDonald's Toyota Camry. Nicholas Weatherby. You got Nick up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, I do.
Well, first off, congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know. From a guy who told me before the race, I don't know how Cody McKinney is turning like that to a guy who went out there and dominated the final stage of this race.
I'm just stoked now. My confidence is up the roof for the playoffs now. Now I know I can win. I'm pretty stoked. I over the course I was following Patrick and I was learning his groove, and I pretty much perfected it at the final stage. And I was gonna pit, but I'm so happy I didn't. I had the fuel save. I only had like 5 laps of fuel left, and
oh my goodness.
I was infuriated when they wrecked with just 2 to go. I was so mad. I was like, you guys can't race for another lap. It made me mad, but I'm happy I got it done. I'd like to say fair game to Patrick. He raced clean. It was fun. I just wish we had more cars. It'd be more of a challenge. But yeah, man.
It was an awesome drive out there tonight. You have anybody you want to thank? You know, McDonald's, Toyota.
Who knows? They might watch. Yeah,
Denny Hamlin.
Thanks Denny. Thanks Bubba. Thanks parents, mom and dad. Yeah, I gotta thank Cody for putting on the league. It's pretty fun. There's always good racing. Man, I did not think I would win here. Of all places.
Well, you come out of the break here for the Olympics with all the momentum in the world. Last week you showed up at the Glen and you drove your heart out. And you almost stole a win there last week.
Yeah, it's just Joseph Kazi. He's crazy good on road courses. There's no way.
Yeah, and then you come out tonight, and it seems like after the first stage, nobody really had anything for you. You figured it out, and like you said, you were able to perfect it and drive away.
Yeah, Indianapolis is one of those tracks where you gotta get into a really consistent groove. You gotta be right under the white line on the apron. You can't touch the rumble strip or it'll upset you, which I did a few times, but saved it somehow. Yeah, I just did not think I'd win here. There's only 2 races left, Michigan and Daytona, and I'm pretty happy to say I hope I can get another win at Michigan.
Well, we'll see. Maybe you can knock off 2 more and, get yourself a lot of momentum going into the playoffs. Maybe you can challenge Joseph Kazi for the season championship.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
Well, Nicholas, it was nice talking to you, and I will we'll see you next week at Michigan for another probably amazing race just like we had tonight, and we'll see how everything goes.
Thanks.
All right, and that was Nicholas Weatherby And it looks like our second and third place drivers decided they didn't want to talk to me. They don't like me. So, we're going to go ahead and hey, show you the official results because I realized last week I didn't do that. I didn't do that last week, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I really do apologize. I'm an idiot. Sorry. So Nicholas Weatherby comes home tonight with his first win of the season. 1.4 seconds ahead of Patrick Gaspar, Cody McKinney in third, Joseph Causey in fourth, Michael Payne in fifth, Derek Schilling in sixth, Joey McKinney in seventh, Harvey Abrams in eighth, Tommy Schaefer in ninth. We look back at Charles Urich in 10th, Thomas Carino Jr. in 11th, Ryan Cliver in 12th, and Jason Miz won stage 2 and then ran out of fuel. And unfortunately, did not complete the race. Finishes 13th, 52 laps down. So from everybody here at Ghost Fire Media, I want to thank you for staying along with us, staying up late on a Tuesday night to see all the action here at the Brickyard at the Brickyard International, not Brickyard, for Christ's sakes, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. If I could say it right once, I'd be happy. But from everybody here at Ghost Fire Media, myself, Adam Wood, Randy Pepper, Larry Pepper, Randy Pepper, Larry Patrick, Josh Laston, and Carl Henderson, I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. We'll see you next week here for the IVRL at Michigan, and we'll see you on Thursday night for the TNT series in the AOLL. Until we meet again.
You're watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.